under my power. Look into the hypnotic eye. Time now to enter Mr. Lobo's domain. Look out! Open your mind to the possibility that they're not bad movies, just misunderstood. You're not dreaming. You're watching cinema Insomnia.
You're not dreaming. It's your cinema Insomnia. Saturday night. I'm Mr. Lobo, and this is my lovely co-host, Sally.
Sally!
The zombie cheerleader.
Right, what he said.
Yes. In living black and white.
Oh, actually, purple and blue.
Purple and blue, yeah, and everything else.
And undead black and white.
Yes.
Undead black
yeah,
and white.
Living. Yes,
that's right.
Unliving.
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 Unliving color. Hey, that's good.
Anyhow, we are here to celebrate the premiere, or the re-premiere of our most ambitious episode ever, of which I was the host, and Sally was in also, and little Sally was in also.
Exactly.
And Aaron almost died making it. Aaron, we're lucky that Aaron is still here. He only lost an eye for this episode.
My car
right.
almost died.
And his car, it
What?
died.
It died. It's okay now. He gave almost his eye and car for you.
Yeah,
Closed casket.
Paul Bunnell, the director of this fine movie, which was the last motion picture to be shot on Kodak Plus X black and white film stock, he came out here for like a week, right?
Yeah.
Many days.
Lots of time.
And
Was it longer than that? Because I remember they were supposed to leave and then he rescheduled.
well, I think he came out for 4 days initially or something,
Yeah.
and then they stayed for an extra 3 days
Yeah.
or something like that.
His weather wasn't cooperating or
Paul,
something.
are you in the hail Lobo? Says, oh no, you know what? Don't hail Mr. Lobo. Mr. Lobo puts his pants on both legs at a time, just like everyone else. Paul doesn't put any pants on.
I don't put any pants on either.
Speaking of pants, we also have the pantsless producer, Paul Sanders of Bestow TV, running.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was no audio when I did it.
Come on now, you're the producer.
So Paul Sanders is trying to get comfortable with the controls here so that he can run some Bestow nights
It's a lot of buttons.
and show some of the content that Paul and I worked on while I'm in California this May. Not dismay, but this May.
Dismay?
Not dismay.
That May.
Yeah, both work. So Paul will be in control of some live streams here while we're gone. It could be the worst mistake. Unlimited power. No, it's probably thinking on it now. This is probably a really bad idea.
Hey, maybe I'll host some shows.
Yeah. So Sally could come in here and other special guests perhaps. While Paul,
The door open.
That's right.
If he leaves the door open.
We'll have all kinds of stuff going on in here.
Oh my gosh. So there could be all kinds of crazy live streams happening in our absence. We may have to burn this place down.
I would highly recommend it.
That one.
When you see my friends come in here, you're going to want to torch this place and run.
So anyhow, Paul Bunnell came out here from California, and we filmed, again, our most ambitious episode ever. We filmed at the Shankweiler Drive-In, and it was a pretty exciting time. I mean, it turned out really well, and I think we just kept making it a harder project. One of the things we wanted were these 3D sequences, and we were unable to get it together the way we thought it was going to come together. So eventually ultimately we had to do it a completely different way. But we finally got the 3D sequences done. We finally got the Ghastly scope sequences done. If it doesn't look 3D to you, it's Ghastly scope. And the other thing we wanted to do is I wanted to do a little bit of animation. This was an idea that Paul had, but when Babs does makes a square, which was in the Looney Bugs Bunny movie in the Three Little Bops sequence, and in other cartoons, and most notably Pulp Fiction. When you draw the square box, it does a little dotted line of a square. So we wanted to add that. There were some sound effects we wanted to add. So there's some edits and some sound effects and some sequences that weren't in the original broadcast we did last October.
Finally, we're able to go and add the CGI Jabba the Hutt.
Yes, the Jabba the Hutt sequence is in there.
Yay!
The Ronto. We wanted a Ronto at the drive-in. Houdini! A few new surprises.
Oh, we should have done a trailer like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we kind of blew it because we did a trailer like that for the Christmas special, where it was the special edition of our Christmas special.
Yeah. We just had to shoot it all over.
So we're going to have the Ghastly scope sequences in two parts of the movie. There's a little bit of the animated sequence done by Mr. Lobo personally. There's some new sound effects and some other surprises. So I think you're going to really like the final version of the Ghastly Love of Johnny X, as seen on your Blu-rays, which are mailing out now. Some of you have gotten them already, but there are lots. This was our most backed episode ever. We had 55 backers, so we still have not mailed all these out. Each of you have a handmade, hand-glued together replica prop of the Ghastly scope glasses from the episode.
As seen on Sally.
As seen on Sally, yes. And the two discs, the whole movie and nothing but the movie, for real, just the movie.
And like 19 hours of special features.
Is it really that much? It feels like it. It feels
I don't
like
think it's
it.
that much, but it's a ridiculous.
But there's more than 20 special features
That's right.
on there, and Easter eggs and all sorts of things. It's like those old 90s DVDs that just had all the bells and whistles.
That's right.
2 commentaries, 2 documentaries. I think there's probably 8 or 9 featurettes, bunch of interviews.
Yeah, there's like
Deleted scenes,
1,
outtakes,
2,
a
3,
music
4,
video.
5, 6, 7, like 8 interviews. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 12 featurettes. There's production diaries. There's
12 of those.
There's 12 production diaries, 2 documentaries. There's open night Q&A. There's deleted scenes. There's the Moonrays music video. There's the production teaser and a theatrical trailer. There's an audio commentary, and then there's another audio commentary with Paul and Mr. Lobo.
Yeah.
It's over the top.
And there's 5 Easter eggs between the 2
So
discs.
this took us almost a year to get to this point, to have the episode you're going to watch tonight and the double Blu-ray, and it kind of puts us in another category, because I don't know how many horror host shows would do this nonsense.
No.
I could say that Sally and Mini Sally have finally warmed up the room temperature.
And we will definitely talk more about that when we do some anecdotes about the episode, because I want to get your feedback from that night when we get there, before we introduce the movie. But for now, we have a game.
Lessons learned. I have winterized Sally.
Yes, you winterized Sally. We have
Throw it out there that if they watch this and they decide they want this on Blu-ray, but they didn't back it, you can still go to cinemainsomnia.com/JohnnyX and you can still order a Blu-ray.
Oh yeah,
Go
You
now.
can order a Blu-ray. You don't have to be a backer.
Yeah, you just won't get your name in the credits at this point.
Yeah.
You got a highlighted message?
And what's that say?
It says, "Hi, Sally and Mr. Lobo. Miss Mittens is secretly drinking her scotch from Bengur's 12."
Of course. Hey, you didn't talk about the other guest that we have here. Another guest host.
We have another guest host.
We do, at least a bit of them anyway.
Oh yeah, that's right. We
I'll
have
do the
Joe
reveal.
Bob. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry about that, Joe Bob. We have Joe Bob's head. If anyone watched the Walpurgis Night episode and his head gets lopped off, well, this is the head. They auctioned it and Sally won it.
That's amazing,
I would like to
Sally.
thank Darcy for chopping off Joe Bob's head.
I'll put this here. I don't want to block you off. There you are, Sally. I still see you. I'm going to come in over here.
you want me to scooch up?
Do we have, you can scooch up.
I can scooch.
However you want it.
Scooch,
Well,
scooch, scooch,
you can
scooch,
scooch up,
scooch,
or
scooch,
I've got
scooch,
a little.
scooch, scooch, scooch. I'm so close, I could touch everyone.
Okay, there we are. And then we have, do we have a dry erase marker? I think we do have one.
Thank you, Fangareth. I hope
Dry
some people
erase.
voted for me. At least 3. And I forgot to vote for myself because I think you could do that. I remembered yesterday and it ended like on the 16th. So that's
hilarious.
really bad. Like, I get the vote. Oh, yeah. Okay. Next time.
Okay. All right.
I think we reminded them last weekend
Thank you.
to vote for you, and there was a couple other people we knew who were up for them.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I completely, well, last weekend I was at a wedding, so I did no
Look at that.
promotions.
You got my vote, Sally.
Oh, thank you.
So Dominique, it looks like. Is that what that is?
I think so. Dominique.
Or just Dominic E. Maybe it could be Dominic
from
E.
many,
From many?
from many to you. I don't know. Thank you.
Hail Sally, says Carlos. Yeah, 'cause you're lucky. You have 2 of the world's best horror hosts in one room. Usually that's a security risk, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
They don't want us all in the same place.
No, it's kind of where the end of the world starts when you have 2 horror hosts together. There's this vortex that forms. There's a wormhole.
So, all right, now you want to pick somebody, Sally, and then we'll get a letter from them?
Ooh, let's see. The one that has some of the best phrases. I want the clam. The clam.
Okay, the clam. Pick a letter. Greetings, Tony Griggs. Tony Griggs is my, when I'm the mayor of Chesapeake, he's going to be my aide.
Ooh, I like that.
Although, according to Tony, I'm already the mayor of Chesapeake.
Good.
So, K. All right, thank you. So,
Okay.
let's see. Do I remember what the puzzle was?
We're just going to put letters on there until it makes sense. Can you let the zombie spell it? Because it'll be Nixoplex.
K. No K.
Wah, wah.
No buzzers.
I have little popcorn.
All right, so there's our little robot head.
I can do this.
So our robot is now headless. So we're gonna move on. I'm gonna pick someone here. How about Ivory Bow? Ivory Bow, you just dropped in. Do you have a letter for us tonight? And it's great to see everyone, by the way. Fanger and Miss Beef.
Stupid.
How about an L? That's a great one. Well, how about, you want to ring a bell every time I have, there's an L in this?
There's an L. Oh, you got an L, and I have the sound when there's nothing.
Wait till
Wait.
There's an L right here. L. There's one L. Yay.
Yay!
Okay, there's one L.
I got it!
No, there is an L. The first
Nobel.
Okay, all right. So so you have a guess, Ivory Bow, as to what this puzzle might be?
Oh!
Oh.
Go with oh! Oh, come on. It's right on the tip of your tongue, isn't it?
No, not at all. All right, Lexkovsky. Lexkovsky. I'm going to grab Lexkovsky. She just dropped in here.
Pick one. Pick it. Letter.
Pick a letter, Lex. Lexi.
A. 2. No. 6.
G. Okay. There's no G.
Yay!
All right, so there he is. He's got a body now.
Did you want to try one of the people from the YouTube?
We could try that. Aaron's going to pick someone from YouTube.
Renee Cruz, did you have a guess for a letter?
Oh, wow, Renee.
Hi, Renee.
And Renee was saying,
She was.
she was saying, I used to watch Cinema Insomnia on KRON NBC Channel 4 late night, Saturday and Sunday mornings, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Wow. Where was this?
Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure if she said here. She's been mostly conversing by herself here.
Oh,
Hi, Renee.
Renee, you watched it on KRON, huh? That's
Yeah.
something. You never know when we're popping up.
That's right.
So what was her letter? What was Renee's letter? Or did she pick one?
She hasn't guessed one yet.
Okay.
Pick a letter, Renee. Pick 6.
No, don't pick 6.
6 is a good letter. It's
Or don't. I thought you wanted to pick 6 letters. I'll take a D, a G, an M, an O, a C.
I went X,
A Q.
purple, zebra, 4 and 9.
Sally, what letter? Purple. Okay.
That's right.
Great.
I went enigma.
Enigma. An enigma with attitude.
That's right.
What? Now? Did she say a letter?
An enigma wrapped
hasn't
around a
yet.
potato.
Okay.
Do you want to try another one? If she says a letter, we'll come back to it.
Yeah, I guess if she says a letter,
Yeah.
we'll come back to Renee, hopefully.
Yeah.
Do
Or
fan.
we'll give,
Unless somebody solves it first.
We do VR
yes,
Commander.
All right. So, okay, Sally, you want to pick someone?
VR Commander.
VR Commander, the animator of our Chalky Milk Time animation. That's a redundant thing to say. All right, VR Commander, you have a letter tonight for our puzzle.
Give us a letter. Give us your letters. Oh, one letter.
Letters. We've got letters. We've got sacks and sacks of letters.
Just one. Pick one. Anyone.
Hey,
Hey.
that's a good one. There is an A right here. There might be another one.
Wait.
Yes, there's one right here. All right, do you have a guess, VR Commander?
Come on, I can see it. It's
Did Renee say anything, by the way?
No.
No.
Allah. Right, there you go. La.
A haunted spirits has asked, can I pick a vowel?
Oh,
It has to do with zombies, I bet. But,
Ooh.
okay, no, Renee just said letter R.
okay. All right.
Arr.
So no guess from VR Commander?
Oh, come on.
I'm a dumb guy. You're not dumb, VR Commander. You're just slow. No, I'm kidding. No, you're not either. You're great. You're great.
My buzzer
you
hates
made an
me.
animation. That's more than a lot of these folks have ever done. Certainly more than many people have ever done. So what are we doing in R?
Renee said R. Yeah.
Arr. 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 Arr.
R for
Arr.
Renee. R.
Off the poop deck.
You better swab up that poop deck.
Raunchy robot rabbits.
All
How's
right,
that?
so there is one R. Well, that's a bad R.
Arr.
That's sad.
That's a R hopped up on chalky milk.
There we go. There it is. A little better.
It's a rabbit R.
That's it. Just one R. Good job. Renee, does Renee have a guess?
Come on, you can do it.
I know there's like a 25-minute delay between YouTube.
Because YouTube has to check every single second
Yeah.
to make sure nothing bad is happening. Ooh. Do, 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 do,
So there's a
do, do.
request to pick
Okay.
Sunny and then Miss Geek.
Yep.
And, yeah, as far as the guess of solving the puzzle,
Yeah.
Renee said, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Sally, Sally, you
couldn't resist.
want to pick another person?
Sunny!
Sunny! Thank you for the bump, 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 bump. Okay, so Sunny, who is one of our junior Sleepless Night Lobo Cubs out on the West Coast, 8 years old,
Ooh!
a big kid. So 8 years old, smart as a whip,
Sunny Delight.
Sunny Delight. Sonny, you've got a letter? Sonny says E.
E.
Ah, yes, the Sherlock Holmes Doctor Who method of
That's right.
cracking the code.
E,
The most
Gad.
common letter in the English language, Watson.
right.
Try E. Brilliant.
E.
Brilliant, Holmes.
I want 7. Brilliant. What he said.
There is one E.
Re.
Yep. There is 2 E's. There is 3 E's.
You're E all over. E-ah.
All right. Brilliant, Sonny. Brilliant deduction.
For all the marbles. What is your guess?
Yes, what's your guess for all of Sally's marbles?
That's
and there
right.
aren't many. Because she lost them.
I lost some years ago.
Schlorpy Plorp says, oh, I've got it now. Deadly Mana says, you're tearing me apart.
And then Renee guessed late, and
Yeah.
I can tell Renee got it right.
Sorry, Renee.
Oh,
Our
no.
game works.
Wait a minute. Oh, darn it. My buzzer
I
keeps
know what it
timing
is,
out.
but Sonny doesn't. I won't tell her. She's mad. Don't be mad. Your mom's playing by the rules. I would be mad. You don't want to see Mr. Lobo mad. I get mad when people don't play by the rules.
Wait. There you go.
All right. So I'm going to go and I guess, why don't we pick Schlorpy Plorp? Schlorpy Plorp, don't tell me the answer yet. Just give me a letter first and earn your right to guess. Okay?
Do it. B.
B. Okay, there is a B.
I know that word. It says repel.
You are repelling, yes.
I'm very repelling.
Okay, there's one B. Ring the bell. No, that's the wrong sound. Ring the bell.
Oh, I like the spring.
All right, do you want to guess this? Or do you want to let it roll? Because I think we were supposed to call Miss Geek, and I must apologize, Miss Geek.
We'll skip right over Miss Geek.
Yeah, we got too excited. Oh well, she said, what a good sport.
Okay, this one doesn't have commercials. Stop it. It's a double buzzer.
You're going to let it roll? Okay, well, that's nice, Schlorpy.
Oh,
All right,
nice.
then,
Let it roll.
Miss Geek, then. Miss Geek, you're going to pick a letter for us first. Yes, the Hulk, Mr. Lobo. Don't make me angry, Mr. McGee. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Dun, 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 dun. Whenever you heard that, whenever you heard that sound and the painful contact lenses appear in your eyes.
This one doesn't stop. Stop.
Please.
The buzzer.
Are we in overtime or? Okay. So Miss Geek says S. Let's see.
Good movie.
Right here. Yeah, it is. That's a movie. Right there. There is an S. Yep. I think that's the only S. So, Miss Geek, do you happy, joy, my foist material possession.
A repel.
Miss Geek says rebel without a cause. Bum. 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 Bum, 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 bum. That is the answer. Great job, everyone. Good job. Big hand for all our contestants tonight. Miss Geek solved it. Rebel without a lease. Awesome, Brain Frost. I love that. All right, let's move this game out of the way. What's the next thing on the agenda? We're going to mail sack?
Mail sack.
Mail sack.
Mail sack. All right, Mr. Lobo has to scratch around his mail sack and see what,
Not in front of Sonny.
see what drops out. All right, not in front of the kids, certainly not. All right, here we go. A couple of things here. Let's see, what's the first? We got this letter here. I love that the post office always pre-screens my letters for me.
Now are you going to move more back into the shot?
Oh yeah, we're just
I
scooching
was
in.
thinking with the letters.
I figured we'd just be like right on
To
top.
show everything, we might need to be closer, right? Or no? Or
Well,
are we not?
as you come towards the camera, it gets much narrower. So like half the rocking chair is not in the shot now.
Okay, well, I don't care about the rocking chair.
We're out of
I'm gonna be
control.
showing the
But
letter.
you move slightly, you're not in the shot.
Yeah, okay, all right. So I
You
can see
rock back,
myself.
you're gone.
You want me to move back there?
It's fine.
Okay, all right. Because I figure I'm going to be showing a letter.
Yeah.
It's going to be so small if I'm there. So from the mail sack, this is from Deborah. Is that
Deborah.
how they say it in New Jersey? Deborah.
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 Deborah, heart and lung, or is it Deborah? It might be
Deborah.
Deborah.
It's Deborah.
I remember they mentioned that
Deborah.
at the event we were at.
Deborah. Deborah Heart and Lung Center.
And I actually said Deborah, so hey.
Yeah, Deborah Heart and Lung Center, and this is, and of course Holly is probably in here. Holly, who is one of the main, I would say one of the main players at the I Heart Horror event.
Hey Holly, it's Deborah.
Hey, it's Deborah, all right?
Deborah.
I got your heart and lung right here.
I think
All
they
right.
were at a con in New Jersey today too. I remember seeing them sharing pictures.
Yes, that was the New Jersey
Yeah, and she
con
had
or something.
she had
Yeah.
this on. She had this on. Not bad movies. Spreading the word, the good word.
The good word, the
It
logo.
says, Dear Mr. Lobo, hope this letter finds you well. On behalf of the entire Deborah Heart and Lung Center and team and the brothers Acunio, I'd like to extend our deepest gratitude to you for your participation in the I Heart Horror Day event. Your efforts were instrumental in making I Heart Horror Day 2 the success that it was. We are proud to announce that over $8,600 was raised. Together, along with vendors, actors, filmmakers, authors, artists, musicians, and volunteers, we created an unforgettable day filled with spine-chilling thrills and heartwarming compassion, all in the spirit of supporting the vital mission of Deborah Heart and Lung Center. So anyhow, since at Deborah, we believe that there should be no price on life. Our patients receive the very best cardiac and pulmonary care without being rendered a bill. That's amazing. We would not be able to accomplish this without the support of individuals like you. We truly are grateful for your dedication and support. Thank you for being an integral part of I Heart Horror Day, Part 2. We look forward to working with you again next year. Doreen Lillier, is that right? Doreen Liller, let me say that properly.
We'll be back next year.
Event coordinator, Deborah Heart and Lung Center. So thank you, and then also Christopher and Gregory Cuneo. So thank you, all of you. And Holly too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, and boy, I tell you, I'm so glad that Sally was with us on that. That was a wild convention. I needed all the help I could get. And Roxanne was a big help too.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Let's see what else is in here.
11 minutes to chalky milk time.
11 minutes to
Uh-oh.
chocolate milk time.
It's the 11-minute warning.
So we're getting ready to do our LA trip, which you can, of course, support with cinemainsomnia.com/LA trip or California trip.
No, but LA trip is the link.
Yeah, and the link is LA trip. So people have been sending us things in our P.O. box, and actually I'm going to open this other one first, because I think this might be something specifically that was on our list. We have an Amazon list too, an Amazon list for equipment that we need. So I don't know, maybe a zombie needs to get in. Can you tear into this?
Let me see.
Don't hurt yourself. Oh, good. Oh, now she's got sharp implements. We're all going to die.
Implements of destruction.
Don't point that at yourself.
Ow!
Now, what do you think's in there? It's heavy as heck.
It's very heavy. I think there's
Pennies?
body parts.
Body parts.
Body-
You always say body parts.
I've always wanted these. I don't know. Now I can feel the key.
You got to share. No, get it out of your mouth. No, and not everything goes in your mouth. No. You're setting a bad example for Sonny.
Get it
So
out.
this is like 40 AA batteries.
Lots of batteries.
No wonder it's so heavy.
Now, did you tell them that you were shipping something, batteries, lithium, or otherwise?
So right, I know this is like contraband.
That's right.
What do we? This was something that was on the list, right? So these are batteries for filmmaking. So thank you so much, whoever pulled the trigger on that on our Amazon wish list.
Lobo is a heck raiser. You're right.
I am a heck raiser. All right, so let's see here if I can get. What would a heck raiser have? It's like instead of nails, like lollipops
Or Rubik's Cube.
or Rubik's cube. So that safety pins.
Safety pins. That's right.
Yes, good job. No more entries. We have a winner. All right.
Thumbtacks.
What do you think this is? This is. Does it say where it's from? This is from Babs, Sacramento.
Ooh.
We've got a Babs on both coasts. We've got the Babs from the show here on the East Coast, and then of course Babs, Sacramento.
Yep.
Sacramento? Yes. Are you on the Wikipedia? Every day, right? Every day. All right. It says, hope to see you soon in the city of trees, which is Sacramento. Babs, Sacramento. Isn't this beautiful? I hope we see Babs, Sacramento. I hope we see her on our trip. Oh, wow. This is $12,000 worth of king-size Sharpie markers. Look at these. Look at these bad boys.
Fun. Oh, the chunky ones.
I can't wait. I'm going to get drawing right away with these. So thank you, Babs, Sacramento. You are something else. And if you'd like to help us out with our trip, there's the link there to, I don't know if Spin Master Scott's in there, but maybe Paul could put that link in there, cinemainsomnia.com/LA trip.
Magnificent magic markers. They are magnificent indeed.
Sally can entertain while Mr. Lobo draws. How about that? You can talk to these wackos in the chat, and I'm going to draw.
Oh, Bab said there's one more item in the box.
What?
You got to check.
There's one more item in the box, and Babs, we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just got so excited.
So when Lobo passes out, or maybe when Aaron passes out,
I missed this little tiny box that was in there with with the 12,000 pens. Let's see here.
It is the Wikipedia man. That needs to be a movie.
Yeah. No. Oh.
What is it?
This is perfect. This is for when we're trying to get into our beverages here.
The shark.
It's a shark bottle opener. Miss Wendy is really going to like this.
Shark bottle NATO.
Wow. Fantastic. Nice. You want to check that out?
Oh.
It's got teeth like you. Yeah. Don't eat it though. No, that'll cancel each other. You guys will start eating each other and then you'll just disappear. All right, so I'm.
You got a message?
Yeah. What was the highlighted message?
From Pangora's 12. Yep, I sent a power pack because I couldn't afford the zombie-powered treadmill.
You want a zombie-powered treadmill? Hire me.
All right.
You'll get in shape in a week.
All right, so Sally, you're going to entertain. I'm going to draw with these brand new Sharpies that we got from Babs.
Ooh, how many Sharpies did you get? It's like 300,000 of them in there.
There is a lot of them in there.
You know what? Amazon is now out of Sharpies. Thank you. We couldn't ask for more. Did you get colors or they were all black? That's cool. So how long are you going to be in California?
About a month.
A month.
About a month.
Well, okay, since I have everyone's attention, would you want me to stop by once in a while and maybe we could do a cartoon or rerun a Lobo horror hosted movie and I could chat with everyone? Would you like that? Maybe? No? Brian said yes. Okay. We could do it. And we could talk about Lobo and... Oh, you know what? We might be... Well, Ron will be out and you'll be in California too. Yeah. Drats. Well, we'll have the producer, director fellow over here.
Oh, yeah. Paul be able to...
That's right. Paul, the pantsless producer, will be here with us. So it'll be fun. And you know what? If you want to suggest I guess Saturday is going to be my best time. I don't know if Paul's going to be down. Are you down during the week or just on the weekends?
I'm coming Saturdays.
Saturdays. Okay, so it's going to be Saturdays. So the Saturdays that I can come down, I will give everyone advance notice. I'll post on Cinema Insomnia. So you guys, if you want, pick the movie, throw up your vote. the movie with, of course, the most votes will host. So if you want to do a cartoon, we'll do a cartoon. If you want to do an old, say, retro Lobo show, we'll do an old retro Lobo show. If you want to do something completely different, we'll do that. We'll find it and we'll host it. How's that?
Could be an episode of your show.
Oh, it could be an episode of my show, too.
And Paul has a ton of stuff that Paul and I did together, like episodes that Paul worked on and all the stuff we did at Bestow and Mr. Lobo Does and all of that, too.
I know. There's a whole lot.
We're going to do that on May the 4th.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to have all of our Star Wars
We're
content.
going to do the May the 4th, and we're going to do the free comic book day.
Oh, and Free Comic Book Day. I forgot that was coming. Holy cow. So everyone grab your favorite comic books on Free Comic Book Day. But we can do that. And we'll even honor Chalky Milk Night.
Oh, right.
And I will.
Night? It's a whole night now?
It's a whole night.
Wow.
Chalky Milk Night.
We need blue milk on the 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I could bring in some
that's a
zombie
great
milk.
idea.
May 4th is a Saturday. Ooh. So we can have fun with that. Holy cow. So we could probably put something together really fun for May 4th. All right. That could be fun.
So you're getting requests on YouTube already to show World War Z or Shaun of the Dead.
We could do Shaun of the Dead.
That'll go over on YouTube like a sack of wet phone book.
Next to Chalky Milk.
And Shaun of the Dead will ensure the copyright strike that will take down Cinema Insomnia's YouTube channel.
I don't know if you ever saw that movie Be Kind, Rewind, where
Yes.
Jack Black works at the video store. He and the guy are reenacting the movies on VHS tapes, or it's them acting it out, shooting it, and then renting those out to people. You might have to do that.
We can reenact
Sally
Shaun of the
acting
Dead.
out Shaun of the Dead.
Yep.
What by reaction?
We could. Play by play. I'll do a storyboard. Is that red on you? Oh, yeah.
That's Sean.
You've got red on you. Oh, my. You know, I could sit here and watch Lobo draw.
Milk.
Uh-oh. We've got the 2-minute warning.
Okay.
Where's my buzzer? I had a spring. We'd have to pick a YouTube-friendly show that will not cause a strike. So we'll think about that. So
Well-
maybe, Paul, you could do a little research.
We know it's not Duckula.
It's not Duckula. Nope.
Not
Can't be
Mighty
Count Duckula.
Heroes.
Nope.
It's not our Zombies of Sugar Hill episode.
No. That's a shame.
Yeah.
I have House on Skull Mountain. I know that we can show. I have it on YouTube now,
Yeah.
so that should be okay. We could do a House on Skull Mountain. That could be fun.
Yeah.
1 minute to Chalky Milk.
Drum roll, please.
Are we almost time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me when we're at 10 seconds.
Who else wants chalky milk?
I think it's just you and me.
Okay, fine. Wait a minute. Wrong show.
That'll cause the Duckula alarm to go
That's
off.
true. Wah wah.
$15.
Sorry, Fangers, I know. Wait,
10,
I will slowly read.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's Chalky Milk time. Play that graphic, Paul. Yeah. It's fun. You have to press stop. There you go. Sweet maple walnuts, Jimmy, get in here. It's Chalky Milk time. Cheers. This is of course the Rutter's chocolate milk. As we know, what we've learned recently, milk does not come from cows. It comes from truckers. So this is trucker milk. This came from the truck stop, Rudders. I've never seen milk come out of a cow, but I've seen milk come out of trucks.
That's true.
A lot of times.
Truck milk, chocolate truck milk.
They have these maidens on the interstate, I guess, that do the milking.
Chocolate truck maidens. They milk the trucks so you can have chalky milk.
So we can have chalky milk. So here we go. Cheers. It doesn't matter if you're allergic to chocolate, if you're allergic to milk. Almond milk's fine. Horse's milk is fine. Hawk Dr. Pepper's fine. Even rusty tap water, just not Yoo-hoo.
Mine's flavored with bread.
Flavored with bread.
It's so Fredalicious.
See, Sally has to find someone who recently drank chalky milk.
Oh, look, it's chunks in it. I got a finger.
And then liquefy them, and then she can enjoy the Chalkylicious. She could probably eat Perry White, right?
I probably could. Look, brains.
Sweet maple walnuts.
Dick Clark approved. It is Dick Clark approved.
Chalky milk time.
So many bubbles. You know, it tastes better when you blow bubbles into it.
Just like the bathtub.
Are you saying it's bathtub gin chocolate? You get that? Never milk a zombie.
No.
You might not like what comes out.
No, you absolutely won't. Do you want some more?
Sure, I only poured like a quarter cup in.
There you go. All right, so I'm gonna get back into this drawing a little bit.
I could do this all night. Perry White zombie. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Perry White zombie, that's hilarious.
That's right.
I just got it.
It's Perry White zombie brain. Aha. So Fangorous Looney Tunes movie. Okay.
Yeah, we showed the Looney Bugs Bunny movie on Wednesday, and that, of course, YouTube wasn't going to have that at all.
No. YouTube doesn't like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I never even saw it try to go live on that one.
No.
It just went, no, nay. So we'll find a YouTube-friendly show so we can go live on YouTube and Twitch and have fun. In fact, I'll bring some games. I'll bring some zombie-friendly snacks. Well, you're really getting down on that, too.
Yeah, I gotta get down here.
Lower.
So if you want to be in the drawing for the drawing and own this beautiful drawing that Mr. Lobo is doing before your very eyes, all you got to do is one of the things, and I don't know, is Spin Master Scott here? Is anyone pinning the things to the top of the...
I don't see it.
Or I think Rhiannon probably could do that too if she's here.
Yeah.
But our LA trip, which is Cinema Insomnia, if you help us out on our LA trip, it should be cinemainsomnia.com/LA trip, or you can join our Patreon, which is cinemainsomnia.com/Patreon, or you could do our Exactly, you could do that.
Dementia 13. Let me think. I'll have to think. Well, I could go on YouTube and do some movie research, and whatever movies they don't kick out that I upload and find to be YouTube friendly, then I'll send them to you, and you could pick which one you want to watch.
Well, and I suppose what you guys could do is just do the pre-show and then try to either funnel people over to Twitch, or just have a video that's already on YouTube that everybody can watch.
Yeah, because I've got a bunch I could just rehost. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Andrew. That's the website link. GoFundMe.com. Cinema Insomnia goes Hollywood. Make sure you help them get there. They have a whole month. They're going to need a little bit of help, just a little bit, please.
You want to get stuck out there.
Yeah, we want them to come back. If you want Mr. Lobo to come back to host Twitch again, make sure he can.
Yeah.
Although I don't think I'd mind squatting here. I could claim zombie squatter rights. Board up the windows and doors. Make Paul work overtime.
I don't know if Mr. Hairy Hand would like that very much.
Mr. Hairy Hand. I won't let Mr. Hairy Hand in. I'm surprised Mr. Hairy Hand's not hanging around somewhere. We could have fun. I could eat all the hot fries.
Don't eat my hot fries. You can eat Andy Cap.
I don't know, his wife might have a problem with that.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Might do her a favor, honestly.
He's not a nice guy.
No, he is a domestic abuser and an alcoholic and unemployable.
Pretty much. Sleeps all day, drinks all night.
Mm-hmm.
We could have a chalky milk marathon.
That sounds great.
Lobo's going, I don't care what you do. I want to be away about the
Put some Kirby Crackle in this.
That's right. You're going to get one heck of a drawing if you win the drawing.
If you win the drawing, I don't know if anyone has.
Eat some of Mr. Lobo's pizza slices. I don't know. I've seen where he puts the pizza slices.
Right next to the pan.
Pretty much next to the pan.
This is so exciting. I love having all of these new. I feel drunk with power with all these new Sharpies.
Just think of all the drawings. Babs, you have.
Babs, you are a wonderful woman.
That's right. You have released the monster within.
Yes.
He's going to be drawing and drawing and drawing. It's going to be insane. In fact, look at him. He's lost his mind. We could probably hear and go nuts and talk behind his back, and he'll never know. He'll go,
So, Sally, you, of course, are featured very, in this episode. And you kind of come in the later half of it. And I have the electrode gun, which rejuvenates you. It rejuvenates you so much that you regress into a younger version of yourself.
That's right.
Which was played by our Beatrix, our first...
my mini-me.
She wasn't our first Lobo Cub, but she was...
pretty darn close with
the first, I feel like the first kid who's ever been a character on the show, for sure.
Sharpie smells Eileen and formaldehyde and shark liver.
Yeah, I'm ready to pass out here.
So what do you...
15 minutes to oath.
Lud eats a chud. Lobo does eat a chuddy cheese. I have seen him.
Chuddy cheese?
Chuddy cheese.
Where a cannibal can be a cannibal?
That's right. Where a cannibal could be a kid.
So tell me, Sally, what about your experience making the episode?
We were down at the lovely drive-in and hanging out. The whole gang was there. And it was probably about 24 degrees below zero.
Oh, only 24.
With the wind chill, it was only about 45 below zero.
Poor Beatrix was freezing to death.
Yeah. And Beatrix and your dear Sally were dressed like this. I did have a blanket that was about maybe a micrometer thick, maybe a centimeter, something. It didn't work.
And did a very good friend suggest a Letterman jacket for your character? Yes,
it was after the fact when I defrosted. And Mr. Lobo suggested I get a jacket. Not before.
Would have been cool before, I admit it, but I didn't think of it then.
But afterwards. Yeah. And now I have a Letterman jacket.
It looks cool.
It's very nice, but I do have to get some lettering on the back for Sally. I do have Sally the zombie cheerleader on the front, but I have to get some nice patches. So if anybody's good with patches and can do a Sally the zombie cheerleader for sleeves, that would be so great, because I haven't had a chance to do that yet.
There's a patchmaker out there. Don't leave Mr. Lobo out. We can talk too.
And I need a big patch for the back. I have the artwork for it. So if you have a machine, that would be great.
Or a good suggestion for someone who does patches.
I know somebody who does patches.
Yeah?
We'll have to talk about it all.
All right.
I will pay, but I have to get my Letterman jacket done. So, and I'm actually getting a summer jacket now.
I might be almost ready for another marker here.
He's just basically, he's scared the Sharpie to death. It's going to have to take a break, re-ink itself. Get it together, man!
Is your Letterman jacket not done yet? I thought I'd seen you wearing it around before.
I can wear it, but I don't have the big patch on the back yet. I don't have the patches on the arms.
Okay.
So I just have Sally the zombie cheerleader on it. And I actually bought a summer jacket. It's a thinner version of a Letterman jacket. That it's the same place that I get this Omni chair made it for me. So I have the zombie cheerleader because I did not have 3 lines to put Sally the zombie cheerleader on it. So I have to put Sally on there. I have an idea. But again, I need patches for that in the back as well. So we'll see. The pen's been smoking already for about 10 minutes. You can't see it, but there's smoke rising over here because he's drawing like a madman. Oh, that's a good question. So, Troutman family, have you encountered any of the famous Australian deadly critters? Oh, the spiders, yeah. I want to see the spider that's this big. It's called the huntsman spider. They're not poisonous. They won't hurt you. They just look scary. Oh, Nittany Lions pregame tradition. You got to grease up the Penn State cheerleaders. Well, you know, it does get cold up there, so I guess you would have to grease them up, yeah. I understand it's about 29 degrees below zero in the fall and winter up there. It's bad. Coconut spider. I don't know if I have a coconut. Put the lime in the coconut spider.
Sci-fi original?
Coconut Spiders, a sci-fi original movie.
Cocaine coconut spiders.
Well, if you have a cocaine bear, I mean, what's to stop you, really?
It's a cocaine shark, too.
Yeah, I wanted to do LS Deer. That's the one I wanted.
LS Deer, that would be great. Uh-oh. We're getting ready for an oath.
So, Aaron, you want to share with us your story of making this episode?
No.
Yeah. I need patches for my patches. I do. But yeah, I think that was the coldest night of my entire life.
Yeah, so Renee Cruz said she's going to ask her friend who makes heavy metal patches and t-shirts also.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, that would be nice.
But so, like, I remember I was just getting off of a plane from visiting California for a couple of weeks.
Cannabis cat.
And I think it was like, I think it was like 2 days before Johnny X was going to start shooting. And then there was supposed to be a car there to be Paul Bennell's car. And whatever was happening with that didn't show up.
Yeah.
And I had said, like, before the shoot that the motor in one of my windows was going out. And so I would need to get that repaired before I even left for California if we were going to use it. And that never got done. So we couldn't use my car. And then nobody showed up. And there was no plan B. And it was just like,
I mean, we had talked about using your car if there was no other option.
But I had said no.
I never heard that.
What?
Dixie remembered it from even before I left.
All right.
She brought it up a few times.
Did you ever get the window fixed?
And since.
Oh, good, yay.
Well, yeah, because at the time the window was just struggling to go up and down. But then when we lowered the top, when I put it back up, it went back up and seemed okay. And then while it was parked, while we're packing up the rest of our gear, the window just dropped inside the door. And then it was like, started raining and stuff.
Of course.
And so Matt, who works at Shankweiler's, like had helped take my door apart to get in there to slide the window back up and like duct tape it to hold it up. So that I could take it to get it fixed. But I think there were still some shots we needed to get of my car. And so for some of them, we just had to shoot it from angles where you couldn't see that the window was still duct taped up. Because I don't think there was enough time to get it fixed before Paul Bennell was flying back out. That was random. From the other
I didn't touch it.
Were they able to hear that?
I don't know.
I heard it.
But,
I did not touch it.
so, and then we ran out of time shooting at Shankweiler's because there was like a miscommunication about the time where a lot of the people who were acting in the episode only wanted to stay till like between 9 and 11. And it didn't get dark till after 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it was like cold as hell.
Yeah.
So then we had to figure out ways to make up the studio's parking lot to pass for Shankweiler's. And so had to like figure out how to get our LED lights set up outside to do the same pink neon from the drive-in to make it look like it was at the drive-in for some of the shots. Because like Paul and Claudia had to stay a couple extra days so we could film the rest of the stuff when we couldn't use Shankweiler's for it. And but Matt was good enough to let us go back in there another day with Claudia and shoot the snack bar stuff. And so we were able to get that because I don't know how we would have done snack bar to pass it off from here.
Yeah. It was.
And then we filmed like the miniatures with the UFO and the mini drive-in, which Lobo, you found the miniature of my car, right?
Yeah.
And then April found the miniature of her car, right?
Yeah, she had April actually already had a miniature of the Mittens mobile.
Yeah.
Because when we did the trunk or treat, she showed up with she had one of those green, was it a soul?
I think
it's a soul.
Scion?
I don't know. It's one of those box.
It's a
square
boxy
cars.
green car.
I thought it was a soul, but it showed up with they're not bad movies, just
Scion
misunderstood on the hubcaps and the spiral on the hubcaps, and had leaves going all through it, and then across the back of the car it said the Mittens mobile.
Yeah.
And then she had a little diorama in the trunk of a little version of the Mittens mobile with a little Mr. Lobo, with the mini Lobo, and the mini Rob Flex mini Lobo, and Rob Flex mini Miss Mittens, and a little mini version of her own car that was in there. So I had remembered that she had the mini version of her car, and then Monster Effects sort of started building a drive-in for us in here in the studio, and we had just the screen and a couple of those metal cars. Yeah. And I thought, okay, well, if we can find a car that passes for, I know maybe April will bring in her Mittens mobile, and then I'll try to find something online that kind of looks like Aaron's car, and I think I kind of did.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah. And then I made a really tiny little yellow folding chairs out of paper.
And silhouettes of you guys.
And little silhouettes of the people. And then we did a whole miniature unit.
Yeah.
With those folks.
Yeah.
That's A. Ron Hubbard
flying above you guys.
And I have to say, working with Paul and Claudia was wonderful.
They're wonderful people. They really are.
Paul is one of the funniest guys I've ever met. And we had a really good chemistry. Claudia too. She's really funny. So I thought we were doing some really good. It's like a road movie. It was like I feel like we were doing some very classic kind of comedic bits together. And when I was writing, I usually don't get writer's block per se. And I was like, why am I having such a hard time? And I'm like, they want to get married. this is their wedding happening in this, their real wedding happening in this episode.
And I added a gorilla to their wedding.
That's right.
So I need to actually talk with them
A flower
and
gorilla.
sort of talk it out and make sure that where I'm going with this is where they want to go with it. And the same with the drive-in parts. I'm writing scenes that are in the projection booth and all this other stuff, and I'm like, is the drive-in going to be okay with any of this? So it wasn't really much writer's block. It's just that there were a lot of questions that needed to be answered before I could take the script in the direction I wanted to take it. So after talking with Matt and Lauren and talking with Claudia and Paul, and then they looked at what I'd written so far and said, hey, we love this. We love what you're writing, and we don't mind the self-deprecating humor and all that. And he goes, but, you know, we don't want people to think our wedding is fake. We don't want the wedding to be a skit. So I said, you know what? Well, let's break that out of the story of the episode and put the wedding itself that I solemnize or as an ordained reverend in the Church of the Subgenius and the Church of Ed Wood and the Universal Life Church. If I'm going to solemnize their wedding, although I don't really make anything solemn per se.
It was not a solemn wedding.
No, but I unsolemnized.
That's right, you unsolemnized.
But I figured we'll just put that in the middle and say we interrupt this episode for a real wedding. And once they said, yeah, we like that better, then the rest, writing the rest of it was really easy. And so we have the wedding that happens in the actual episode, which is really silly. I ended up marrying them both to a gorilla. Spoilers, as Paul would say, and then their actual wedding in the story of the episode happens off screen where the rabbi marries them. So in the story of the episode, their wedding happens totally different, and their real wedding is in the intermission of the episode, and that was the. It wasn't a compromise really. It just needed to be worked out before the episode could be written. The only other thing that they requested is that they both be from the same planet. Originally, I had written that they were from two different planets. I'm spoiling the episode all over the place.
I know.
But
this is a re-premiere, so
a
lot of people have already seen it.
Go like this if you haven't seen it. La 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 la.
We did want to do some 3D sequences, which were not ready in time for the premiere, and ultimately we were going to have Johnny 3D do it, but it didn't work out. So
and then Aaron's eye blew out. And so he had to do the 3D without depth perception.
Aaron had
doesn't work like this.
Aaron had no
That's not
depth
how 3D
perception.
works.
And so basically he just trusted us to just tell him when it looked good enough.
Yeah, I would adjust the depth and bring in Lobo and Dixie and send it to Paul. Be like, how does that look? Okay, do I need to make it more shallow?
Yeah.
Do I need to make it more deep? Because I can't see it.
And so, but we ultimately... Black and White's all over like, what's wrong with being from different planets? I don't know. They just wanted to be from the same.
Wanted to be from the same planet.
It's funny because I established this whole thing of like the planet of like affected, pretentious people. Why you'd want to be from that planet? It's kind of implied that Mr. Lobo's from there too.
Oh, you should talk about the leader of the pretentious planet.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So anyhow, let me just wrap this stuff up with what was I saying before I got to that? I was saying what? Damn.
Well, you were talking about them not wanting to be from the same planet.
Yes.
And then,
the 3D and stuff. All the things that we did. So anyhow, we got to the point where Paul said, "Look, we got to make this Blu-ray now. It's time to put the Blu-ray out." And we had people been waiting for too long. It's like, okay. So Aaron finished up the 3D. And really, we just, once Paul signed off on it, we figured, okay, if Paul signed off on it, then it's fine. Because it's Paul's movie. So Paul was happy with how we did the Ghastly scope, and then he actually asked them to add it to another scene. So there's 2 Ghastly scope sequences, and then he also wanted me to animate that Pulp Fiction box that we talked about.
Well, and it was hilarious.
And there was some sound cues that we didn't add in time that we added.
Well, and the second 3D scene was when I was putting together the Blu-ray. I was listening to his old audio commentary because I had to make some cuts and adjust it to make it fit for this Blu-ray version. And in that, he talks about there's 2 scenes I always wanted in 3D. And so he's talking over another scene that he's like, this was always supposed to be in 3D. And he had totally forgotten and never said anything. So then when I mentioned it to Paul, he was just like, oh, yeah, add that too. And so that's how that got
All right, so we had two sequences in there. So there are 2 Ghastly scope sequences. And then there's the animation that I did of the square. And then there's some sound effects. And let me talk a little bit about the leader of Nostalgia 23, which is the planet of pretentious, affected, retro-obsessed, affected, pretentious people. and it's somewhat, like, it's funny because, okay, let me tell you, the person who's the voice is Matthias Bombal, and you will see his review of Ghastly Love and, of Johnny X, because he does a show called Matthias Bombal's Hollywood, which is a review show that he does for YouTube. Matthias Bombal was my boss. The first job I ever had in 1985, working at a movie theater, was for Matthias. And Matthias wore, if you think I'm affected, Matthias wore a tuxedo to every day he wore a tuxedo at the theater. And he had
Did he have tails?
With tails. And he would and we had to wear like the green, the bellhop outfits with the pillbox hats and the white gloves.
You have pictures.
And the strings. I have somewhere. My mom has a picture of me in my usher outfit. But we had the white kid gloves and the tuck stripes and the tails, and we looked like monkey organ grinders, you know. And he would jump up on stage at 8 o'clock, and he would greet the audience on stage, and he would say, you know, this is Matthias Bombal, and welcome to the Crest Theater, and we would show a movie serial, Flash Gordon or Buck Rogers.
Oh, wow.
We would show a cartoon, a Warner Brothers cartoon or other cartoon. We would show a newsreel. This is Lowell Thomas for Fox Movie Tone News. And then we would show the feature film. And as a teenager, it affected me really strongly. And I saw all the classics. It was such a education. And he also hosted the movie, the Channel 58 Sunday movie. So he's a movie host also. And so when I was thinking, you know, who would I want to be the leader of this planet? I thought, oh, it would be cool if we could get Matthias to do it. And Paul knows Matthias also because Matthias reviewed Paul's movie. And Paul does a dead-on impression of him. And I thought, well, if all else fails, maybe we'll just have Paul do an impression of Matthias, but Matthias recorded it. Matthias Bombal recorded the character and did a great job. And so, yeah, the voice of the leader of Nostalgia 23 is my old boss from my first job working at a movie theater.
Now, does he have a website?
Yeah, Matthias Bombal's Hollywood. Yeah.
I need to check it out.
Have you seen the episode?
He hasn't told me he has.
Okay.
But I can. But
we should get him a Blu-ray.
But we should get him a Blu-ray.
Yeah, you should send him a little care package.
Yeah, for
wow.
sure. Anyway, I think it's time to maybe do the Insomniac's oath. What do you think? Or Paul, did you were you trying to pull something up?
Oh, yeah.
I know, and I kid that it was really cold when we were filming, and it was cold. It was so cold, but we had fun. And thank you so much, various Troutmans, for allowing Mini-Me to be down there, Mini Sally. She's a trooper. It's appreciated more than you could possibly imagine. And that she made it, I thought I was cold. From my point of view, I'm a grown-up. It really doesn't matter. But you have a small person cold, that's concerning. But she plowed right through it. She's an absolute trooper. Just, if you want to just say thank you, Beatrix, please do, because, she made a fundamental part of the film, actually, because I shrank down to her.
It was really great, and it was the perfect way to integrate Beatrix, who already had her own Sally the Zombie Cheerleader outfit. Yeah. It was another thing where we wanted to maximize a very wonderful thing. Yeah. When we were doing the pop-up drive-ins out here in the parking lot at the studio,
we need to do it again.
Which we do need to do it again. Beatrix would show up dressed as Sally the Zombie Cheerleader. Yeah. So I thought this would be the perfect, it's a drive-in themed thing, it would be a perfect place to sort of bring mini Sally and Sally together, and I'm glad that we did that. And we ended up using her in several episodes.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful to have the two of you play off of each other. I think that was really special.
And I'm going to miss that so much.
I know, she's in Australia.
Do some taping.
Yes. Long distance taping. We're not getting Zardoz on Monday, Hacksaw. So
Oh, sorry. Zardoz would be cool.
and I think Beatrix better mention Sally when she wins her first Oscar.
Yeah, at least say my name. There's a scary zombie lady person. I might mention her, but I think.
And thank you, Beatrix.
That's right.
There's so many aspects to this episode. Again, the girl gang thing was very complicated.
Yeah.
That was also shot right here in the alley here.
That's the whole herding cats thing.
Now, was that the same day that the Amish cart got parked out there when there was
Yes.
crap everywhere?
There was. We're like, okay, the perfect place to film the snack bar, outside the snack bars in the alley here next to the building. And then I go out there with yellow fever with Eric Sabo, and there's just horse crap everywhere.
And it smelled really bad.
It smelled really bad. And it was like out of nowhere. And see, like normally there's a place where the Amish buggies park at the front of the parking lot.
Yeah.
But there's these guys here who've been selling cars out of our parking lot. And so they're just taking up all the spaces. And so the Amish buggy just parked all day behind right by our back door. And so there was
Amish overflow parking.
so there was just horse crap everywhere. So it was just me in my suit with rubber gloves on, picking up horse crap, and Eric Sabo throwing horse crap into a bag.
Is that an Easter egg?
No, but it's a horse one.
Roxanne stole that scene, absolutely. Roxanne was fantastic, and so Jesse.
Roxanne and Jesse are both amazing in that.
Roxanne, I mean, everyone was amazing, but Roxanne and Jesse were especially funny.
Amish
And
go to
then
the drive-in.
once we got all that, we were set, about to start shooting. Then there was some automatic huge floodlight above that we didn't know about that just suddenly came on and overlit everything.
Did you scatter like roaches?
And I somehow magically threw a black tarp
Yeah.
up in the air, and it went over the light.
And caught on fire.
Hopefully it didn't catch on fire.
Hi, Karen.
But there was a million stories like that,
Yeah.
and that's why it took so much to get the episode
And we only had
together.
2 mics with 5 characters.
Yeah.
Each take we would switch the mics around, and then I was pulling the audio for each person from the takes that we had and syncing it all together, so it looks like there's 5 people mic'd.
Yeah, there was a lot of really exhausting things. We really did push the limits of what technically we can do. And so it was a very educational in terms of really understanding what our limits are as far as what kind of production we can do. We know we're kind of a far cry, a little farther away from making a movie than we thought we would. I would like to make movies, but we are a little far away from that, and that's definitely taught us that. But it was is a wonderful episode. It has so many aspects to it, and we can certainly answer all your questions about the episode during tonight's movie. I'm going to be over there at my desk in a few minutes to do the chat with you all.
I thought you were working on the storyboards for LS Deer. Come on. Come on, make it happen.
All right, we're going to draw LSD here.
You need to do that.
So anyhow, guerrilla filmmaking at its finest.
It really was.
Yeah, boy, there's so many ridiculous things.
That's GOR.
Oh, and sound. We had so many sound problems.
Oh, God.
All the ADR that we had to do.
Yeah, the first couple shots pulling up in the car, there wasn't enough room to have me back there with the camera and everything shooting and have the audio deck with me. It's down under Lobo's feet. And so we had set it to record and started filming and hadn't noticed after like the first take. At some point, I don't know if Lobo accidentally stepped
I probably kicked it or whatever,
Yeah.
but I accidentally
But it
turned it
stopped
off.
recording, and it didn't get noticed until we went to start the next scene.
We really do need a dedicated audio person, period.
Yes, because remember when we did that in the drive-thru and somebody drove over the mic?
Yeah, that was the...
Audio people?
At the Monster of Frankenstein episode, like our $600 mic got run over because it fell off Lobo. It was dragging and a car went by.
Now, just so you know, we did almost kill Aaron.
Yeah.
It would have been an absolute tragedy. But rest assured, Aaron would not have gone to waste. I would have made sure of that.
Yes.
So fortunately, he did recover.
All parts are edible.
All the parts are very edible. Although
right.
Cannabis Cat is a close second to LS Deer.
The Cannabis Cat's pretty good.
Cannabis
Although
Cat.
I feel like Cannabis Cat would just like fall asleep on the couch.
That's true. It's just any cat on catnip.
Cannabis Cat would just like forget to pay its bills. Like I can't imagine Cannabis Cat being a danger.
Yeah. No, it's true. Be like, all the mice come in the
It's
house.
like, oh, where are all our sun chips? Cannabis Cat,
That's right.
You need Crack Cat.
Crack Cat.
Crack
Yeah.
Cat. Now, Crack Cat will kick your ass.
Yeah, Crack Cat is a little scarier.
But yeah, and I just remember that with the 3D where it was just like, we knew going into it, I had done 3D once before. So I was like, I know how to do it. I'd pick it back up if we had to.
Yeah.
And
that was
then
our last
when we
ditch.
finally decide that like the last ditch effort, it's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then we're shooting a bit. And all I can see is blood out of one eye. And we go to the ER and I'm in the hospital for 4 days. And then it's like, I'm only now starting to get the vision back in my left eye. But so it's like, okay, well now I have to do the 3D. But
There
I
was
can't
so
see.
much Ed Wood energy throughout this whole thing. Like I felt like we were making an Ed Wood movie. And I feel like that was the ultimate because Ed Wood's cinematographer had one eye. So I feel like the ghost of Ed Wood just cursed this whole whole episode.
Yeah,
But-
I know Paul Bedell cracks up over though. Yeah, we had the 3D done by a guy with one eye.
We could do cocaine.
A Cannabis Cat is executive producing your next episode.
Oh,
How is
yeah,
that not
that checks
dangerous?
out.
Yeah, I guess that is dangerous. And
could be.
if you that is the Frozen
Remotely.
Dead episode, which we've actually already started on. I'm writing about halfway through writing it, and we're going to be
We're going to film some of it.
We were going to
yesterday.
shoot some of it yesterday, but Jessie lost her voice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we will be shooting it hopefully next week.
Yeah.
And she's scheduled to come back next Friday.
PCP Porcupine. I say Cocaine Sally.
Wow. Terrified. But bath salt Sally.
Bath
I
Salt
think.
Sally would be good.
But yeah, if you want to support that, associate produce our next episode, that's it. That's the Frozen Dead, and so it's cinemainsomnia.com/Frozen Dead. And if you become an associate producer of anything, or again, help us on our trip, whatever you want to do tonight, just tell us in the chat so I can put you in the drawing for the drawing. Sally, did you cut those strips of paper out?
I
like
cut
asked you?
strips of paper and they're pink.
All right, we have pretty pink strips of paper, so we're going to put your name on one of those strips. And
Did we mention, or didn't we say we were going to mention about that grant? And thank them for that?
yeah, I won a grant through Scribe, and basically it's a pre-production grant, so it's for writing and researching all the archival footage for our Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla episode, which will be our next most ambitious episode ever, which you also can be a associate producer of. And many of you already have been. I know you waited for months and months and months and months, but that is our season finale. It's another gigantic episode that we're trying to make. And so we did get a grant just for writing and doing the research on the archival footage. So that was nice that we got an award for that.
Yeah, and it's the Philadelphia Independent Media Fund.
The Philadelphia Independent Media Fund. So thank you so much for recognizing what we do as being culturally important in any way, shape, or form. So we are trying to make the world a better place, despite what everyone else says. So
Now, am I writing their names on here?
Oh, I mean, I was going to do that, but if you want to do that, I'd use a black pen. But you want a black pen to do that? So that it can be visual?
Who's pretty with the
Highlighted
pretty
message.
color? Who's pretty?
What's the highlighted message?
Bengoris 12. Yes, I backed Frozen Dead, and wearing this one, Sally goes to visit an ice house.
Oh, I like ice houses.
I'd like to see
Maybe.
Sally eat some Nazi zombies.
I don't know. I don't do Nazis.
They don't taste very good.
They don't taste very good at all.
Okay.
I avoid them.
All right. Well, somebody needs to destroy them.
Yeah, I could destroy them, but I don't have to eat them.
If you guys haven't seen Dead Snow 1 or 2, those are both fun.
love Dead
zombie
Snow.
movies.
All right, that kind of looks cool on top of each other.
It
You can see
does,
the gold
yeah.
in there. So VR Commander, thank you for being in the drawing for this drawing. You could win this drawing. I'm going to sign it right now.
Hey, I like sauerkraut. They don't.
Hilarious. You might win this drawing of Johnny X. Yeah, that looks pretty good, don't you think?
He's prettiful. I like him. Zoloft Zebra.
Oh, I thought you were going to cut these one more time.
Can we cut him again? I could cut him in here. Here.
I'm not sure what the screen name is on this person, but you might know.
Okay.
Lexia
That's
Hollins.
okay. Well, now they're all, they all should be the same length, so I'll just leave them as they
Yeah.
are.
Do you know who that
What?
is, Lobo? Lexia Hollins.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
gave to the GoFundMe.
Oh, thank
tonight,
you.
Just within the last half an hour.
Thank you, Lexi. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put you in here, too.
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe we'll just cut another, do you know where the paper is? I'll get more
Yeah,
paper.
tell me.
I'll get
Tell me to cut him again. You just told me to cut him lengthwise.
I'm sorry, I didn't,
You know what to do. I was just cutting him.
yeah.
I was lucky to have
I
scissors.
thought I'd made a fold in the middle there.
Hot and cold.
That file cabinet right there, the top drawer, if you pull that out, there should be colored paper in there.
And then, yeah, there's still a few equipment things that, if they don't disappear off the Amazon wish list after tonight's stream, I'll probably order them tomorrow because we're going to need to have them for California. So if anyone
Thank you.
wants to get anything off the Amazon list tonight and let Lobo know to get in the drawing, that's cinemainsomnia.com/wishlist. And anything that's
You want this to help you?
Yeah.
How big?
anything that's specifically for the California trip, there's a note under it saying for California trip.
Okay, cool.
Highlighted message.
Fanger
Hey,
just backed
Yep.
he just backed the LA trip for 15 bones. Thank you, Fanger.
Thank you.
What's the
So right now we have Fanger, Holly,
That's cinemainsomnia.
VR Commander. Those are the ones that I know of. And Sally's making some more strips so that we can have more of you can get in the list.
Now, do you want this
They're
cut
just
in
gonna
half?
be bigger. Well, I want them all to be the same size that I've already written on these. So we'll just keep them. We'll do it your way tonight. We'll just have them long.
And we'll do it Sally's way.
Yes, Sally's way, make all her dreams come true. All right, so we're gonna do the oath, I think now. Tonight's episode truly dares you to stay awake. I'm going to have to ask you, as I have in the past, probably because it's over 3 hours long, to take the Insomniac oath. Please assume the position. Sally, I guess, is exempt from this because she's cutting with scissors. And repeat after Mr. Lobo.
Ow.
And cut yourself.
how do I play it? Technical difficulty.
Technical
There
difficulties.
should be the
Please
thing
stand by.
When it's on the, there should be a thing that says oath with a little eyeball icon on it.
I did it. It's not.
All right. I,
I,
as an initiated member
as an initiated member
of the Sleepless Nights of Insomnia,
of the Sleepless Nights of Insomnia,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to watch the movie,
to watch the movie,
the whole movie,
and
nothing but the movie.
nothing but the movie.
So help me, Mr. Lobo.
So help me, Mr. Lobo.
You may stand down.
You may stand down.
And now, without any further ado, Cinema Insomnia is proud to present our most ambitious episode ever, the re-premiere of The Ghastly Love of John.